Ignorance is bliss, or so the saying goes. But I'm not satisfied with this, and by musing over the idea, I tread on my own toes. Because I know the pain of striving to know, I open the door and lo and behold, 1,000 more doors stare at me. Through each one, 1,000 more lie. It goes on and on forever, and no matter how hard I try, I can't open every single one before I die. Maybe I should try to stay focused on a single path, but temptation looks me straight in the eye. Once upon a time, there was a girl who didn't know there was a world. There was only grass and sheep on the farm where she lived. Her happiness was very short-lived, if it ever lived at all. She couldn't read nor write. The only thing in sight was a husband who she met on her wedding day. After the exchange of some wealth, she was taken away to join a flock of sheep on a new farm. 9 screaming babies later, and she's suddenly old. She's only living to give her family life. The house is her life. After the church, of course, where she prays every day, but still half her children are taken away by him, and eventually her husband too. She dies after reciting a hymn. Sometimes I picture myself in a comfortable bubble, going about my life with ease, drifting away from the bathtub where 1,000 more bubbles grow and linger and burst and collide with one another. Perhaps the bubble life is the life for me. But it's too late for that. I'm too old and unwoke, and this world is exploded with things to provoke. I turn my head this way and that, and there's a door on every side. Sometimes I stumble into doors that I didn't want to find. But I'm grateful for the knowledge, and I'm aware that I'm blessed because there's girls around this world that aren't able to exercise their mind. Once upon a time, there was this girl who was very much aware of the world, and it's just an overwhelming place. All this information is just taking up a lot of space in this world. I look around at the artwork that is life, and slowly the coloured marks made by pastels are being smudged, blurred. I open the book that is life. What was once a novel is now an encyclopedia. Words appear on the pages, spilling out ink, staining my fingers. I intend to pop into the department store of life, but instead I spend days walking around in a daze. You've got more choices now than ever before, although you're slightly limited if you're poor. 1,000 sales assistants offer to take me on tour. The burning desire to scream, "Take me, I'm yours," is incredibly powerful. We are walking through a maze with all these doors, and this maze is revolutionary. A grand demonstration of architecture at its finest, designed by none other than the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web. We're entangled in it, consumed by it. We're fed everything, and we swallow, regurgitate, and spit out what we've gained in one way or another. Smothered by this, that, we look, see, stare, share, listen, like, scroll, 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 scroll. We dunk our faces into the swimming pool and come out gasping, having swallowed water or piss, because you get out what you put in. And although some people have good intentions, to others it's just a pool to excrete in. But either way, you're dripping wet, and you can expect to have some bizarre desire to dunk your face in again with no regrets. You'll go so far as to plunge in with the mindset of getting as far away from the surface as possible, because the deeper you get, the more you obtain. But you can't forget the threat of the pressure. You're sinking. Sometimes you need to break the surface and breathe, otherwise you'd simply drown in information. The world is many things. A bathtub where bubbles collide, a piece of artwork with colours amplified, an encyclopedia too heavy to hold, a department store, a house of gold, a pool that beckons, but like the sea it is both friend and foe. Above all, it is a maze, and although there are more doors than grains of sand on a beach, each one of our journeys is unique. And I have secrets of which I don't need to speak, and I know things that you don't know. And I have my own world, which is mine and mine alone. And we all have our worlds, which together form an exhilarating galaxy. I think for now I'll just take one door at a time.